Perfect, perfect. Excellent. Okay, so from here, arms up wide into our T position here, thumbs up high to the ceiling. Now we're going to web our fingers up nice and wide, open up our carpals. Drive forward with your pelvis, bring your shoulders back, retract your shoulder blades into plane. Now from here, your heels are going to just kiss the floor and then come back up nice and high. Love it. Really good work. Try and keep the arms up at the shoulder height as you're working through your movement. From here, we're going to drop our arms down by the side, and we're going to work through a side flex. Plant your heels down to the floor, and again, feet under our sitting bones, toes facing forwards, hips swaying side to side, trying to get the pelvis to move, get as much movement through your body as you can. Run your fingers all the way up to your armpit each time, tucking the elbows up nice and high, working through that range. Now, what we're looking for here is as much pelvis shift as possible. So as much lateral side to side here. So Andrew, on there, I want you to go a little bit wider on your press and going as wide as you can here. So now we're going to bring our hands just on top of our hips. Allow the lateral sway to the side, and you're feeling this nice acute angle coming into the side of your body. Starts with maybe a bit of juice, but from here upwards, I want you to get as much angle through the side of your body as possible. As you're doing this, I want you to retract your shoulder blades, come back side to side, dropping the elbow down towards the floor each time. So it isn't about how many repetitions you can do, it's about how much lateral side to side flexion can we achieve. Keep your shoulders back through the plane, get your pelvis driven forward, and sway side to side. Really good. Slowing it down, and we're just going to tilt, so we're pushing our left hip away, our right shoulder coming down towards the floor. This opens up the whole of the side of the oblique, opens up the ribs and gets the intercostals moving. Really good. Now, when we get to this side here, we're just going to push this hip away. Again, we're feeling the lengthening on the outside of the hip, driving that hip and that pelvis away from our body. Keep your chest up, your shoulder back, elbow down towards the floor. Really good. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. Pull it up, and we're going to go over to the other side. Again, our left hand inside that left hip, pushing it up and away to the side. Feel the lengthening here, the side of the body. The ribs are opening up here, the intercostals opening as well. Driving here, this left hand pushing into that left hip and the right hip shooting away to the side. Lean back into it, bring the shoulder blades back, bring the chest pronounced up high, keep your chin off your chest and keep moving that hip out the way. Slowly release. So we're going to take it into a roll of the hips, like a hula hoop movement, and then you're going to counterclockwise it, go the opposite way, get the pelvis moving again. Really good. You can feel a few clumps and cracks come out the lower back, keep working it. Nice. And again, we're going to go to the side. So again, get yourself in a nice straight position, pelvis driven forward, and then lateral flex to the side. We're going to get that hip moved away, shunting out to the side. Again, the angle here, the body, the lengthening out the side here. The left side of the body fully extending out. We push the right hand into the pelvis and drive it away to open up the side of the body. Really good. Slowly put it back up. Bring the other hand into the top of the left hip this time. Left hand comes into it. The right side of the body extends out. The chest comes back. Pull the shoulder blade back and the elbow back. For the extension through the side of the body. Really nice work. Slowly pulling it back up. And again, clockwise the pelvis movement here. Nice big circular movement. Really good stuff. And at this stage now, you'll probably start to feel a few gremlins come out your lower back. All good. We're going to counterclockwise it this time. Go around the opposite way. And imagine you've got a bigger circle coming around your body as you can. And try and get your hips to move as far wide as you can. And feel what happens. Are you tight on the outside of the glute here? You tighten the thighs? You tighten the hip flexors? Where are you getting the tension? And feel and remember where that is. So it's on the front of your thighs. You need to do more quad stretch, hip flexor extension work. If it's on the lateral aspect, you come to the side as you rotate around, you go, oh, it's just got me here in the glutes. That's glute medius work. We're going to have a look at those today. From here, I want you to take yourself into a butt kick, heels kicking up nice and high. Andrew, such a big difference there in your circular motion. Really good. Much more flexible in your hips there. Really good. Karen, that's lovely. Good stuff. Bring his feet in just a little bit, Karen. Drive your pelvis forward, turn the toes in. It's great. Richard, lovely. Sway the arms into it for me there. Tony, can you tuck your elbows in a little bit more? Pronounce your chest so you're coming out through it. Faith, that's perfect. Love that. That's really good. Nice. Now take it through your high knee flex up here. Your shoulders are back, your chest is up nice and high. Good, good. And each time we're looking for these feet to land under sitting bones and the toes just slightly turned in. Toe to heel flat down to the floor. Pelvis forward, shoulders back, chest up. Keep working through this plane here. So Karen was saying about your lower back, this next exercise, you might want to grab the wall for. So we're going to shake the legs out and work through that standing right leg on the floor, left leg kick out, pelvis driven forward, shoulders back. Slowly moving that lateral to the side, slowly bringing it back in again. Really good work. Nice, excellent. So as the foot comes out to the side, turn the big toe down to the floor. The bump you've got on the outside of your ankle is the malleolus. And I want you to push that out to the side and bring it back. Now, as you're doing this exercise, the foot comes out in a straight line to the side. Natural tendency is for us to circumduct. I want you to push out and push the ankle up high. Really good, nice. Andrew, that's perfect, that's really good. Oh, Richard, fantastic. Really good lateral movement, there we go. Now, we're going to take it wide and hold. Okay, now this top point here, just turn the big toe down in towards the ground. This right leg here in the outside of the lateral into the glute medius is going to feel really tight. You're just going to pulse that top leg. Pelvis forward, chest back, shoulders back. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And release. Walk it out. Take a roll of your hips and a roll of the hips the other way. Yeah, you've got stiff on that standing leg. Okay, so we're going to change it over. We're going to stand the left leg this time. The right leg comes out to the side. Again, the big toe pointed down. We're going for a straight line here through the side of the body. Tilting into it. Drive your hips forward slightly. Try and hold that balance through in the new position. Your shoulders are back. Your chest pronounced. And again, you're just going to pulse this top leg up here. So here you go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Relax that hip out. Again, rotate the hips. Perfect. Very good. Rock it around the opposite way. Grab yourself a quick drink of water. Lick it around your lips and hydrate. Really nice stuff. Shake it out. And from here, you're going to forward fold down through deadlift, back into standing. So, again, check your feet under sitting bones, shunting the pelvis back, reaching down towards your feet. Slowly come back into plane, retract your shoulder blades, drive your pelvis forward. And again, drop down. Slowly pull back up, retract the shoulder blades, hold up posture in position. And again, drop down. And again, pull back up. Nice. Slow control movement here. Now, from here, we're just going to drop down into plane. We're going to drop our chin down on our chest. Put a nice extension through the shoulders. And from here, we're going to fold our arms, put our elbows down to the ground. Chin down on the chest, the legs nicely extended. Toe to heel flat down on the floor. Drop and hold. Now from here, you're going to start feeling a bit of a shake in the back of the legs. That's absolutely normal. You're going to take our arms down towards the floor. We're going to take our hands wide. Now as we stay down here, we're going to have our arms out at diagonal angle at 45 degrees. We're going to stick our bottom back and you're going to feel the shake and the shudder in the back of the legs. If you can't feel that, just straighten your legs and take your arms just a touch wider and you're reaching forwards just a little bit. So this would be a straight line with your arms down by your side. Your hands are forward by maybe half a meter tops. So about 50 centimeters forward. Now, drop your chin down on your chest, drop your crown of your head down to the floor. Karen, this is beautiful for your midsection of your back. That's what's happening in the upper lumbar area and lower thoracic. And again, our crown of our head down to the floor. Now, you should be feeling that shape through the body there. Nice. We take a deep breath in. We breathe out. We're going to pull our arms back into a T position. So we're tilted forward at the hips. The bottom's shunted back into position. The legs nice and strong. You can have a little flex in the knees if that's a little bit more comfortable, but try and keep this flexion here at the pelvis. Now the arms sway back behind us, that same kind of 50 centimeters behind us, that half meter retraction here. If you can go further on your retraction now, go for it. You're going to allow the shoulders to pull back through plane. Again, it's going to feel a little bit tighter coming up the hamstring glute, pulling in a little bit more into the glutes. Take your arms back through that 45 to arm side. So the same straight line going through from one finger through your body through to the other side. So in a nice straight line position, going across the mat. From here, you're going to drop your hands down towards your toes. Again, crown of your head down to the floor. Walk your hands to your thighs. And you're going to slowly come up. Now, the last thing to come up will be your chin off your chest. As you curl through your body, you're walking your hands up. You feel a nice bit of extension here through the obliques. And from there, give yourself a butt kick through. Release off your hamstrings. From there, take the knee flex up nice and high. You should feel you've got so much room now around your pelvis and your back's extended. Really good work. Now check again, postural alignment. So feet are nice and parallel to each other. Feet still underneath those sitting bones. The shoulders pull back into plane. The knee flexing up nice and high. From here, we're going to circle the arms up wide, reach up to the ceiling. We're going to tuck our elbow into the side. Release it. We're going to work on the same arm, pulling in tight to the side of the body. It's a tight retraction of that elbow into the side of the body. Pushing the left hip away, pushing that pelvis out, and just keep working it. Nice deep breath in, breathe out, push up again. Every time the elbow pulling in tight to the side of the body, the hand coming back up, reaching to that top hand. Now the tendency here is this arm is going to do one of two things, it might even do three things. This arm is going to want to come forward, this arm is going to want to flex, or this arm is going to want to come out laterally, yeah? Try and keep a nice straight line through the body. And this other hand, the fingers run up to touch the fingertips, and then we tuck in the elbow tight to the side of the body. So it's a tight pull through. And each time, we keep this arm as straight as we can, and we tuck that elbow into the hip. We're trying to get this elbow to get even further past the hip. And you see the pelvis then shunts out the way to create the space. So really reach up to face. See if you push that little bit up, that arm up straighter again. And again, tuck that elbow in tighter. So Richard, I want you to push the hip away. Yeah, and get that elbow into the side. That's it. Really shunt the hip to the left. Karen, that's an awesome range you've got there now. And on Karen, if you can just turn your toes in just slightly, you're going to feel it a little bit more for you. Well done. That's perfect. Really good. Andrew, very good. Nice extension on the arm there again. Turn your toes in, especially your right toe, Andrew. That's your naughty foot wants to turn out again. Pull it back into plane. Perfect. Lovely. Great range. And release that. Shake it out. Roll your hips again for me, clockwise, counterclockwise movement again. Stretch your arms up again. Reach your hands as high as you can. Elongate your fingers. Bring the hands together. Squeeze your ears with the arms. Again, check your toe alignment, push your heels up slightly. Retract back through the shoulder blades, push your pelvis forwards. Stretch up high, tuck the elbow in tight to the side of the body, and then slowly run the fingers back up again. Again, it's a tight pull in through the side of the body, dropping the elbow into the side. You're going to feel the extension here through your rectus abdominis in the middle, but also what's happening this side of the oblique. Run the finger back up the side of the arm. Tuck it in. And reach up high. Really good. Nice. Now, Faith, see if you can push that hip away for me there. Yeah? That's it. And tuck the elbow into it. That's it. Good. And each time, bringing the pelvis back into straight as you stretch up high. Again, each time the pelvis shunts out the way, the elbow tucks deep into the side of the body. Push and reach. Push and reach. Good, good. Nice. Tuck the elbow in tight. Andrew, see if you can get a bit more movement on that pelvis as you're shunting it away. Yeah, let the hips sway with it. Nice. Tony, if you can, bring your feet closer together. Excellent. Make yourself taller. Use the full length of your body as you're pulling through that. That's good. And just keep it all on the same arm. So it's the same arm just pulling in. What we're trying to do is create that neuromuscular pathway, the brain network, to the muscles and really tucking in tight. And as you're doing this, you're going to stretch your arm even further as you reach up high to the ceiling. Again, the hand running back up the fingers all the way to the top again. Really pull it through. 2 more here. Good, good. 1 more here. Good, good. And release. Shake it out. Roll your hips around in a nice circular movement and around the opposite way. So counterclockwise it again. Boom. Nice. Cheers. Have a drink of water. Here we go. Good work, good work. Okay. So from here, coming back to our mat. Now from here, we're going to drop down onto our press-up position here. So from here, we're just going to make our 2 railway tracks side by side. Our hands are underneath our chest, our knees under sitting bones, and our feet we're going to extend so that the toes are flat down to the floor, so the knuckles are down. We're trying to generate a straight line from our knee through our ankle through to our toes. Now, if you struggle with your knees or you struggle with ankle support as well, grab a cushion, a pillow, stick it underneath your knees. But that looks pretty good for all of you there. Okay, so from here, we're going to go into a cat-cow position. We're going to drop our chin down on our chest, bring our jaw down, look through our knees. Arching the back, screeching like the cat. And then we're going to come down to our cow position, sticking our bottom back, chin up, chest up, keep the jaw off the chest. Now I want you to feel your feet. So I want big toe to little toe flat down to the floor, push the knuckles flat down to the ground. From here, you're going to tilt your bottom back and then drop your elbows down to the floor. A nice deep stretch all the way through the lower back. Karen, that's perfect. That's really good. Excellent, Andrew. Really nice. From there, drop the elbows down so you can get the elbows flat down into the floor. But if you need to, you might need to pull your hands towards you slightly to make that happen, to allow that flexion at the elbow. If you do bring your hands back into this position, now walk your hands forward again and come back up into your cat-cow position. So again, screech the back up towards the ceiling, drop your chin down on your chest, nose down, look through your feet, arch through the back. Now drop through into cow again. So you're going to drop the hips back, your jaw comes up, chin up, nose up, look ahead. And again, arch through the back, come back into cow. And again, arch the back, come back through into cow. And drop back again. So your bottom coming back over the heels. This time, if you can, you get your knee through the ankle, through to the knuckles of your foot, down to the floor. We extend the arms forward, stretching through the body, and trying to get our forehead down to the floor here. Now, if you struggle getting your head to the floor, grab yourself a yoga block and put it on whichever angle you want to, so you can just rest your head. If you haven't got a yoga block, grab yourself a couple of books that you can stack on top of each other. You don't need any fancy equipment to do this, but if you do have it, it helps you. And if you can get your forehead to the floor, drop all the way down. Great way of increasing the flexibility of our back. the flexibility of our ankles, especially into the tibs. And if you struggle with your Achilles as well, this is a great little exercise because it will help extend the tibialis anterior at the front of the shin. So, and that will increase the flexibility of your ankle. From here, we sit up nice and straight, our chest up pronounced. And then we're going to come up into kneeling, push our pelvis forward. Nice. And from here, we're going to drop into our press-up position. And we're going to thread the needle. So we've got our hands in line with our knees into our toes. We're going to drop our left arm through the body, dropping our left shoulder down to the floor. We're going to just hold this position here, the arm extended through, the bottom up nice and high, our thighs are parallel to perpendicular to the floor. So stretch through and extend the arm through the body there. From here, we take in a nice deep breath. We close our eyes. And I want you to sigh out a breath through your mouth for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly release. Pushing on that hand, extend yourself back up into that press-up position. And again, I'm just going to turn to the other direction. We're now going to go back into our press-up position. We're going to bring the right arm through the body. Oh, it's a long way down there this morning. And my right arm is through the body. My right cheek turns to the side. I look over the left elbow. Again, hips up nice and high. Arms stretched all the way through. Lower the shoulder down through the body. Extend through the shoulder girdle. And opening up the back of the shoulder blade. The fingers wet out nice and wide. The back of the knuckles down to the ground. The shoulder extended all the way through. Again, close the eyes. Taking a nice deep breath for 4. Slow exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Pushing on the hand, bring the hand back through into plank, roll the shoulder. Fantastic. From here, back down into our child's pose position. We're going to take our knees wide on the mat. Our feet are going to come together. Our knees are verted to the side. We're going to stretch our arms out nice and straight, dropping our bottom back over the heels. The forehead is coming down to the floor, the chin down on the chest. We look through our toes. We take a deep breath in for 4. And we sigh out a deep breath for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release. Walking your hands back into a press-up position. Tuck your knees in. Slowly rolling back to standing. From there, taking your feet out to sitting bone width apart. Forward fold down towards the ground. Drop your chin down on your chest, crown your head down to the floor. With a nice lengthening through the back of the legs. From here, we're going to slowly sway our arms wide and back down again. As wide as you feel like you can take with the arms. Extending the arms out nice and high. Trying to bring the hands up to at least shoulder height. Little finger leading the direction, the thumb facing down to the ground. 2 more here. 1 more here. And from here, bring the hands back to the middle, slowly pull back up. Extend the arms overhead, stretch, open up through the body, circle the body. Around again from the pelvis, clockwise, counterclockwise again. Our final movement here, we're going to fold down, cross the arms across the body, breathe out, stretch overhead. Give me 3 of these, down, up, cross overhead. 2 more. Last one here. You should feel your body nicely opened up, elongated, ready for the day. Fantastic. Give your fingers a roll, interlock your fingers, give it a bit of hokey-cokey. Come back the opposite way if you have a few cranks come out of your body there. grab your water, take a great drink of water. And hopefully that feels great. Got any questions about that class? Please send me a message and I'll really help you out from that. But thanks so much for joining me this morning. Have a great day wherever you are.